Hi everyone. To strengthen your upper back, neck and shoulder to get rid of pain in those regions, you have several options. You could use weights to do bent over rows, shoulder presses, lateral raises, side lying shoulder external rotation, power raises, or you could use your body weight. So you could do push-ups, you could do Australian rows, you could do pull-ups. But if you're a beginner, you're pressed for time, you've actually got a little bit of pain to begin with, bands may be a perfect start for you because they're cheap, they're portable, they're easy to use. That's what this video is all about. Let me show you some of my favorite exercises and the reasons why we use these bands to target the muscles which are most commonly affected by neck, shoulder and upper back pain. Okay, so the first exercise is bilateral shoulder external rotation with retraction. It's like that. So chest up, nice and tall. Get a nice squeeze of your shoulder blades back and together. Try not to hunch your shoulders up as you do this, keep them down. Bring your forearms out to the side. Keeping your elbows close to your body. You should feel a really nice burn in your shoulder external rotators, and even those shoulder blades should be squeezing tight together. It's a great exercise to do after you've been sitting in this posture for too long. And so it helps to open up your chest, it helps to get those back muscles working, which is gonna relieve tension from your neck, headaches, migraines. And it's also great for shoulder pain as well, because you're working on the external rotators, the rotator cuff muscles, which are super important in your shoulder. So great for many things. It's one of my go-to exercises. If you've got any type of neck, shoulder pain that needs kind of maintenance, this is great for any type of chronic pain. The second exercise is the single arm version of that. I've just tied that same band onto a sturdy object. For this purposes, it's a door handle, and you keep the elbow tight by your side again, chest up tall, pull out, hold at the end, a slow return. What you're gonna feel is a burn in your infraspinatus, your teres minor, those important rotator cuff muscles. Get them nice and strong, because often people neglect this and they're doing a lot of all those bigger arm movements like shoulder presses, lateral raises, but they're forgetting one of the most important muscles in your shoulder, the rotator cuff, which keeps your humerus in your socket. So it stabilizes the whole arm. Do these exercises to fatigue. It might be 10 or 20 times. If you've got a strong band, you would fatigue pretty quickly. These are actually pretty solid exercises. So for the third exercise, for me, I'm gonna do a loop around the door handle. I'm just gonna put it there. And now I've got two ends to hold on to. So it's pretty strong. Get a grip further up, closer to the door handle will be harder. Further away will be easier. And I'm gonna do some rows. Pull that elbow behind me, chest up tall. Now you can do this without moving your trunk or with the trunk. Now I've got a bit of a split stance. I'm gonna face the wall right in front of me, and I'm gonna be pulling that arm right behind. The majority of neck and shoulder pains are because we are not using those middle and upper back muscles well enough and not frequently enough. And get ultra strong behind in your back. That's gonna help set you up to be able to tolerate your working week a lot better. We know that a lot of you are working 40, 50, 60 hours. Well, you've got to counteract that by getting a really strong and flexible upper back. Oh, hello there, you're still following me. And if you aren't, don't forget to like, follow and subscribe. So the next exercise we're going to do are the banded T's, Y's and angels. These are really great exercises. They light up your upper back. Hold both ends. I want you to pull that behind you. Does your rear delts, your middle delts, your lower traps, your rhomboids. So pull back. The instructions are thumbs pointing behind, going behind your body. Hold 2, 3 and return. Follow that up with the harder one, that's a banded Y. Hold 2, 3. The instructions are to go behind your ears. Chest up tall, try not to over shrug too much. A little bit of shrugging is fine. And finally, you got the banded angels. They struggle to keep those hands in line with your body. So hands shouldn't be floating up around here. You want to go right above your head. It's actually quite difficult, and it does light up your upper back, and it's a nice way to get used to being in more upright posture. It's nice to get those hands behind, get your chest up tall, and get your middle and upper back working. The banded T's, often people do pretty well. Banded Y's, they already struggle to get their arms behind their head. And the banded Angels, you may actually need a lighter band to do that. But it is a really great exercise. I personally show it to a lot of my headache, neck pain, shoulder pain patients. No upper back strengthening routine is complete without looking at the muscles of your neck. If you improve the strength of your neck significantly, you can cancel your neck pain, migraines, upper back and shoulder pain, and headaches. You're gonna put this on something stable, and we are gonna face in 4 directions to strengthen different parts of your neck. Your neck does have muscles wrapping all the way around, so you wanna get a free 60 degrees exposure of those muscles to a bit of strain. So the first one is it's wrapped around my forehead. In order for me to not get whipped that way, these muscles, my lateral flexors on the right hand side in my neck, scalenes, upper traps, sternocleidomastoids, etc., are turning on. Now I can add little rotations if I like, add a little bit of extra strain and tension onto the right hand side of my neck. Now I'm going to do the same thing facing this way. It is going to use the muscles of the front. My deep neck flexors, again my sternocleidomastoids. You've got to get these neck muscles stronger because they support the most important part of your body, your head, which contains your brain. So it makes sense to strengthen your neck. Not many people do. Standing in front, I'm just taking a slight step forwards, leaning slightly forwards. I am not tipping my neck down like that. It's kind of remaining neutral. You do not want these exercises to be sore or cause neck pain, just muscle tightness, muscle fatigue, muscles burning. You can add little slight turns if you like, but just facing forward should be sufficient. So facing this way now, I'm strengthening the muscles at the back of my head. Now, if I take a step to you, I'm actually turning more of a right hand back muscles on my neck, to the left, more on the left hand side of my neck. So stepping to the right and the left is useful because it exposes different parts of your neck, and you'll often find a weak link on one side compared to the other. And then finally, but this is the way I would do the left hand side. And I'm just gonna hold it there. Again, I can add small little turns. So there you go, guys. I've given you some great exercises to strengthen your upper back, your shoulder, your middle back, and even your neck, targeting the muscles which are generally weaker if you have neck, shoulder, and upper back pain. The best posture is generally your neck's posture. Basically, keep moving. If you are statically in one position all day, that can cause little niggles, aches, and pains. So get moving, find out what exercises you're weakest at, and try your best to improve on them. I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. Thanks again.